Hey guys, we're here playing the Foundry on the StimHack League 3. This is a Twins Janus deck. Pretty janky. We're going to let the dream though, that's the plan. Pretty okay mulligan. Don't mind this too much. Eli's are usually good against Andy. Double Eli's are good too. Let's double Eli. And click for money. So we're playing Janus, Ichi, Twins, next ice. Oh lord, this is the slow one with the recurring drip economy. Interesting. And we sure don't have much in the way of defense. No, let's just put the Jackson out and let him trash it if he wants to. Yeah, this is fine. We can flip our Eli if we need to, and that will give us access to a third Eli, which we can then put in a remote. Kind of want to rush him if he's going to do this kind of slow, grindy thing. Great start here. Already is the natural Dyson. Natural Underworld, so we get to flip our Eli, get an extra one without having to use the boot camp. We need some money in a hurry though. We're playing 2 gift, 3 hedge, 3 Adonis, and 3 Eves. He's probably not on Siphon, or at least not many Siphons. We can't let him in with the risk of him scoring an agenda here. So here's Architect, pretty reasonable. Don't really want any of these agendas, is the thing. We do kind of want our boot camp. If I make 2 remotes, I think I do. Maybe the option is to just throw away all our agendas. But I feel like if we do that, we're going to just end up getting locked out of the game by the crazy recurring credits. So I don't love doing that. Big question is, what is his breaker setup? Because if he's playing like stealth, the Ichi is less good because it dies to Switchblade easily. But the Janus is still decent because it has a bunch of strength. Okay, sucker, so it's probably generic rig. I think I just go to 9 here. Well, get rid of the fairy. No, it's not worth it. I need to not be clicking for credits too much. Click through and get his sucker tokens. So maybe he's on, I don't know, maybe he's on parasites. He could have the influence if he's not doing too much else. All right, well there's an Adonis. That's actually pretty good. Let's actually draw 2. Next bronze. Is that an acceptable defense? Here. No, let's put this one. We'll put the next bronze out. We'll put the Eve campaign out. Doesn't have Desperado. Gonna get a lot of sucker tokens and probably just parasite everything we have. We need to get rid of this fairy at some point. Maybe it's just for Overmind? I don't really know. Let's get an Adonis. Let's throw out these two agendas. We don't really want these ones. I'll keep one in hand. We'll try to get the SanSan going once we get a bit of money. So we can do like an Eli. Okay, medium. That's his plan. Just gonna dig and dig. Gets a false lead. Okay. Now we're going to get a bit of money coming into our hand. Do we want to show this Eli or this Ichi? You know what? It doesn't even matter. He's going to know it's there. All right. Let's just gift for money. Might as well put the Ichi here. So we can get us extra copy with it, which is cool. Because more Ichis are going to be good. We can even go for a lockout if we get like Ichi in all three centrals. It is a Supplier deck after all. Okay. Earthrise Hotel, sure. Cyberdeck's Virus Purge. Ooh, that's potentially legitimate. Put that in there. Let's draw with Jackson. Don't get another piece of ice. Throw out two agendas already. Let's click for credit. We'll throw this out. He's been not running to avoid giving us any extra ice, which kind of is fine, because it means there's more in our deck when we do our beta test. Oh, geez. Really? The purge could be funny. Alrighty, so we're gonna, he says, gonna do our beta test. And we're gonna fire it. Ichi, yeah, we're gonna do that. Shuffle. So we could have pitched the NAPD to get a free next bronze, but I don't think it's worth it, especially much at this point in the game. I think I'd rather just not overload this Jackson. There's already 3 agendas in there, though the false lead doesn't really help him. Yeah, next bronze. No more sucker tokens, please. Excuse me. So the question is, do we score this turn? Or do we set up a turn with putting the Adonis, maybe icing up a little more? I think I want to ice up a little more. But he can kill our SanSan next turn by clicking through this and using the fairy. So I think it's a little better to just score this out. This was quite awkward. I don't think we needed to do this many remotes, but it is working out for us so that we can draw as needed with Jackson Howard to find more agendas, or just shuffle away. Shuffle agendas into the deck if we want to get them out to draw them. And the EU campaign is unmolested, which is really important. Yeah, Scrubber comes out. He's going to be able to deal with all these things eventually. But he's looking light in the breakers. He has a lot of these extra toys. Less so with the icebreakers. He's coming for J-How. Yeah, I'm gonna res this. It's gonna burn the fairy, which is nice. But that's a strange play. Why would he do that? Because I can still shuffle my 3 agendas back. I guess he just can't run the archives. He wanted me to pay for this ice. Fine as far as it goes, but I've got an Adonis campaign here. Kind of wish like this kind of multi-remote play with Iceland was more viable, but it's just fairly weak. Don't get an agenda, so we're gonna play the Adonis. We're gonna gift. We're gonna ice up a little more. I think we're gonna ice up a little more. We want another architect somewhere. Do we? Or do we want to guard our, put a hard ETR outside of this? I don't actually hate that. So we can either score an agenda next turn if we draw one, or we'll gift, or we'll draw a gift kind of thing. Really how you get ahead as HB is just sticking these campaigns. If Adonis and Eve land, like this is 11 bucks for a click, and this is 9 bucks for a click. That's far above what any operation is going to give you. Restructure gives you 5. Successful demo gives you 5. Getting 9 for a click is just incredible. I feel like his deck is not quite doing what it's supposed to. Like he's getting a bunch of money, but it doesn't help him with all the breakers to get in. Is he just not finding Overmind, or what does he need? Corroder. I guess he knows I got 3 Elis on the board, but that's still a tough way to go through them. Sure gamble. So we don't get anything. I'm just going to draw. Showing the Janus is interesting. Do you think it's going to freak him out? Or should I actually put it out somewhere? That's a tough call. I'm just going to gift everything. If he wants a 1 in 5 at my Project Vitruvius, that's fine. Probably has a legwork, but it's still not that favorable for him to get it. Maybe this is too risky, I'm not sure. But this gives me Janus money, so he's gonna have to worry about it showing up at some point in the future. I mean, he probably needs to install a breaker and just either kill the SanSan or legwork me. Because this is quite taxing, even when he has all this free money. Yeah, so overall I think the 1 bootcamp in here is a decent number. Like if you go all in on the bootcamp plan, you just end up spending money on ice that the runner didn't even have to run. Like you're committing your money to the board before it even does anything. Yeah, I mean he can do a few things here. He can just spend a lot of money to repeatedly hit R&D for medium accesses, and actually it's not going to cost as much because he gets $2 back effectively whenever he successfully runs. And maybe he has to worry now, like is there a second Janus on the board already? Because Janus is not even unique, you can just res them everywhere if you want. I assume he has inside job also, which is another reason I'll put this next bronze here. The decks I've seen that are Supplier and recurring credits, they always play inside jobs so they can have a little extra oomph getting into the remote, even though they've spent time setting up these pieces and not setting up breakers. So I imagine he has 1 if not 2 inside jobs in his hand. It's the Keymaster. Which is nice, doesn't use an MU. Gonna farm sucker tokens. See, that's kind of funny. Because the virus suite's in there. Yeah. Fantastic. I love the virus suite. Like, it prevents sucker farming for free. It's amazing. It's great. All these sucker-based decks, yeah, just cry whenever you do it. They just cry. Okay, so we're gonna get a beta test. 10, 12, 13. There's only 4 ice in our deck. We're not gonna fire the beta test. We're just going to score the Vitruvius and pretend we don't have another agenda in our hand. Yeah, he's losing steam with this, with that run. That was inefficient. Parasite comes down here. It's fine. Fem. Really? I don't really agree with that. So we'll force him to click through here. Do we have another one? We don't. That's fine. He actually breaks with Fem. Ignores the traces. I'm going to ignore it, which... Yeah, I am going to ignore it. He gets one access. It's all 2-pointers in here, so he cannot possibly win on R&D. 3 NAPs are left as well, so it's going to be uphill for him. Just clicks for money. So his deck didn't really work out. We didn't do our fancy Janus plan, but we did just do the classic SanSan shenanigans. Him letting these things just sit, the Adonis and Eve, was really strong for us. And just having a hard time fighting breakers. But I do recommend this Virus Purge as a one of, if you have the space for it. It does do things. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for game 2.